park nothing. Thus, it was seen as an obstacle. They thought a fence would be set up, and they are not allowed to do anything. And this teacher is beside a farmer in the region. The most important thing of the cooperation between the National Park, Huetawan, and our school is the mutual respect, the mutual support, and the reliability of both partners. The ranger said this partnership is based on reciprocity. If they need something, we are always ready to support them, even beyond the program. Our teacher, two partners have found each other and both needed something. The National Park was looking for further development, and the school needed a focus and a program. That was fate. And we can see that the key factors for the sustainability of the collaboration is a clear setting of aims and a periodically evaluation of the program. Also the inclusion of aims in curriculum and in the school program. And I think the most important thing is the personal dedication of all stakeholders, the teachers, the pupils, the parents, the National Park rangers, and the hutkeepers. And we can say it's a win-win situation for all stakeholders. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Gustav, for sharing with us National Park Secondary School and Huetawan, and especially highlighting the role of stakeholders and the need to have clear planning and to have planning fixed into the system to make it work well as it is with your school. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome our next speaker to the podium, Mr. Lee Lee-Chong-un. From Mount Seorak National Park Office, Korea. And he's going to talk to us about lifelong education for sustainable community. Please welcome him.
Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a beautiful day. Let me begin by saying thank you for giving me this opportunity to present model cases of the Seoraksan National Park Citizens College. My name is John Lee, and I am a Park Resource Conservation Unit Director for the Seoraksan National Park Office of the National Park Service. I'm really honored to present our long life education program for sustainable community to you. I hope you will find it informative. I'd like to introduce 4 areas in this presentation. First, general status of Seoraksan National Park and how we started Seoraksan National Park Citizen College. Second, courses of Seoraksan National Park Citizen College or SNP College. Third, ongoing alumni activities and other ESD programs of SNP College. Fourth, future challenges in advancing SNP College. First of all, I think we need to go through some details about Seoraksan National Park. It's in the middle of the peninsula, about 10 kilometers off the shore of the East Sea. The Korean government designated as the 5th national park in 1917. In 1982, for the first time in Korean history, UNESCO designated the area as a biosphere reserve for its outstanding national resources, which made the Seoraksan National Park internationally renowned. With that achievement, the Korean government realized it is critical to manage many national parks in a professional and systemic manner. Thus, the Korean National Park Service was founded in 1987 so that it may be in charge of all national parks which had been managed by local government. Since 2005, Seoraksan National Park has been listed as IUCN Category 2. On average, 3.8 million people visit the park annually for various human activities or in pursuit of sustainable development. Seoraksan National Park is located in a vast area which includes Inje County, Yamgyang County, Sokcho City, and Gosong County. The highest peak of Mountain Seorak, Daecheongbong, has an altitude of 1,708 meters. The park is used mostly for hiking, tourism, education, and different academic monitoring activities. The upper level branch of the government is part of the Ministry of Environment. All local governments, the Korea Forest Service, Korea MAB National Committee of UNESCO, Buddhist organizations, and civic environment groups are deeply involved in Seoraksan National Park management. Even though Seoraksan National Park is now well recognized at home and abroad, it is undeniable that it has some problems with local people. It is believed that this had a lot to do with the economic situation around 1997. Up until 1997, Korea's economic growth was continually rising thanks to the Asian Games and Olympic Games. The local people were making a huge profit from accommodations and local businesses. It is not surprising that they were not too excited about all the park-related regulations and even the park's existence itself, when they could have made much more without the national park. Everything has ups and downs, and so did Korea's economic growth. As Korea was facing a currency crisis in 1997, the local businesses around Mountain Seorak were also having a great deal of financial difficulty. Local people blamed the park for the decrease of their income because they thought that it was due to the regulations related to the national park. While the KMPS renovated all the facilities for better quality of life for the public, provided the ongoing supporting project for low-income families and tried to create jobs, people still gave it the cold shoulder. A research study was once conducted in an effort to improve the relations between the KNPS and the local people. It turned out that people were disaffected by the KNPS authoritative manner and the fact that all the regulations worked against the local economic growth. Most of the people had no interest in developing a new business model in correspondence with the changing local environment. They were just hoping for the economic prosperity to revive with the help of the government. To them, Mountain Seorak being a national park was a big barrier, therefore they had achieved their shoulder. Because of the Natural Parks Act, which is all about restrictions. The local economy was at stake and a sense of community spirit was nowhere to be seen but in selfishness. Then we came to a conclusion that the first thing that needed to be done was to change people's way of thinking rather than physically and financially supporting them. After giving thought on how to solve this problem and to pursue successful coexistence of the KMPS and the local people, the easiest way was to make an educational approach. We wanted to make them feel proud that they play a great role in contributing to ensuring species diversity and increasing local income in the KNPS. We also focused on revitalizing tourism, the recreation industry, and R&D fields, as well as improving communication and cooperation between the KMS and the local people. We are going for national park management for people. It is true that the KMS didn't recognize the local society as a member, so the locals had a gigantic wall around them. We are in need of a real form of community where we could all coexist beyond the discomfort and conflict. That's when Seoraksan National Park Citizen College was established, which was in April 2008. The ultimate goal of SNP College is to realize park management with the people. Also, it aims to reinforce the ability of the community through a change in mentality, so it becomes an excellent example of protecting species diversity and make the community a better place to live. The very first consists of 30 local people, and they had classes at the information center and other parts of the park. It is for 3 hours every Wednesday for 11 weeks. This 4-month course is offered twice a year. So far, we proudly graduated around 270 students of 9 classes. The program focuses on helping people to understand conservation of nature, the administrative policy of the national parks, cultivating community leaders for professional marketing strategy and sustainable development. Let me break down the program lesson by lesson. First of all, we had a welcome ceremony where we could mingle and get to know each other. We wanted to make sure that they felt proud they were part of it. Lecture 1 was for basic understanding on national parks. The superintendent of Seoraksan National Park Office gave a lecture on National Park Administrative Policy and the Natural Parks Act. Lecture 2 was for understanding of the park's outstanding natural resources and history, cultural heritage. They learned how to protect and care for nature and cultural heritage for our descendants. Lecture 3 showed them how national parks affect our everyday lives. The students had a chance to present their ideas on the problem caused by human activities and climate change, such as certain species extinction. They discussed how to protect national parks while maintaining human activities without harming any animals or plants. Lecture 4 taught them how to take advantage of national parks properly. This was accompanied by a field trip, so they could come up with ways to still enjoy recreational activities, tourism and education programs, and studies on species diversity without destroying nature. They went through how to overcome dangerous situations such as natural disasters. In Lecture 5, students studied the relationship between human and nature, conservation of nature, development, human activities, and biosphere reserve. Lecture 6 covered local leadership building, and the lecture was about sustainable development. A local expert was invited to the class, and the students learned how to stay healthy with the help of nature, the relations between human activities and sustainable development, and how to increase local income utilizing ecotourism. Lecture 7 was designed to cultivate community leaders. They were expected to take the initiative to bring mentorship and think of ways to make the park prosper. They were taught nomadism and the leadership that enabled Genghis Khan to rule for 150 years. They were also reminded how important it is to have an open mind towards other people so they can embrace changes in their lives. Lecture 8 was for making marketing strategies to promote local brands, how to make our community a town of example along with the park, working through the community with the eyes of tourists, customer satisfaction case studies, organizing ecotourism programs, finding strong points and weak points of our community, and how to overcome the weak points. They were all part of the lesson. In lecture 9, they visited adjacent exemplary villages and learned what they could do to improve our community. It was like going back to the past in this fast-paced world. It focused on making maximum profits with minimum development. Lecture 10 was a comprehensive wrap-up session where they shared our opinion on sustainable development. They talked about how they can maximize their income by reorganizing the community. They also gave us feedback on how we can improve this program. Final lecture 11 was graduation. They were qualified to graduate if they have over 80% attendance. That's because most of the participants owned local businesses around the park, so it requires some devotion for them to be there for 3 hours every week. Each year, more than 95% of the participants were honorably invited to the graduation ceremony. Some awards were given to good students according to the program evaluation. By the analysis on satisfaction on participants since the operation of SNP College, it was satisfactory in general, and it brought a favorable awareness change to the national park. Now, since the graduation, people have been out there to work. They formed an alumni association February in 2011 so they can work more systemically and actively. This has proved what education can do and their capability as community leaders. They will establish the memorandum along with members, a legislative body, and directors. They've been volunteering as national park supporters. The supporters play a critical role in preserving nature, cleaning up the environment, helping conduct various park events, educating the next generation, promoting the national park outreach program, as well as in many other aspects. They have been community leaders playing the role of the cooperation community. They have formed public opinion which is favorable towards the national park management parish and put forward progressive ideas for the community as well as the park. They are also proactive in finding current issues on local economic revitalization and coming up with the resolutions. Moreover, they have successfully served the community based on local government's policy and academic experts' studies during the symposium held in commemoration of the 30th anniversary of Mountain Seorak Bio Reserve. They brainstormed about how they can increase local income, utilize the expanding biosphere reserve, and how to conserve species diversity while maintaining human activities. They aggressively took action by adjusting specific use areas in favor of the UNESCO Man and Biosphere Program International Coordinating Council requirements, especially with an effort to expanding transition areas and urge adjacent local governments to participate as well. Partly due to our efforts to manage the park where an SNP College art exhibition was held so that people could fully take advantage of the visitor centers. We earned revenue of 3 million won from the exhibition of pictures, poems, calligraphy works. Additionally, the money was cordially donated to be spent on planting around 100 Korean edelweiss and other nature recovery projects. Other activities for sustainable development include the establishment and management of the KCC, namely Korea Conservation Community, and the open forum on domestic cooperation system for successful hosting of the 2012 Jeju WCC.